Go ahead. Take a look in your fridge. I'm willing to bet you've made some really smart swaps. You got rid of the soda, tossed the junk food. You're really trying to make healthy, safe choices. But what if that feeling of safety is just an illusion? What if the real betrayal isn't out there in the candy aisle, but it's coming from inside your own kitchen? You know, this question right here gets to the absolute heart of it. You did the right thing. You made the conscious, healthy swap. But the sweet betrayal we're talking about today, it's not hiding where you'd expect. It's actually hiding in plain sight, dressed up in the very foods you've been told to trust your whole life. So you've built this little zone of comfort, right? You pick curry rice over instant noodles, you snack on fresh fruit instead of chips, you figure your blood sugar is totally under control. Well, what we're gonna do today is challenge that belief, because getting this right could be one of the most important things you do for your long-term health. Okay, so let's dive right into section 1, the sweet deception. Because you know, the real goal of eating healthy isn't just about your waistline. No. It's about protecting yourself from something way, way more serious. This is what's really on the line. I mean, these are the two things we all want to avoid, right? Dementia and diabetes. But here's the crazy irony. The very organ we're trying so hard to protect, our brain, is also the biggest fan of the exact thing that can end up destroying it. Just look at these numbers, it's wild. Your brain is a total sugar glutton. It's tiny, only 2% of your body weight, but it hogs a quarter of all the glucose you consume. So you'd think, great, the more sugar, the better for my brain. But nope, the reality is the complete opposite. When you overload the system with sugar, you trigger something called insulin resistance, and that can lead to plaque buildup in the brain, which is a major red flag for Alzheimer's. The very thing it loves becomes its poison. And that brings us right to section 2. Now that we know the stakes, it's time to pull the masks off the bad guys, these hidden sugar bombs that are cleverly disguised as health foods. This quote is, well, it's chilling. It's from a group of diabetes specialists. Think about that for a second. Every single autumn, emergency rooms start filling up with people in comas. And the cause isn't Halloween candy. It's something many of us would consider a perfectly healthy seasonal treat. And here it is, the culprit. A persimmon. On the one hand, you see this wholesome, beautiful piece of fruit, but on the other hand is what your body actually sees, a sugar payload that's literally the same as a full bowl of white rice. It's a total sugar bomb hiding in plain sight. And believe it or not, the deception gets even worse with dried fruit. When you take all the water out, what you're left with is just concentrated sugar. We're talking 5 to 10 times more concentrated. It's not really fruit anymore. It's basically nature's candy. A little handful can send your blood sugar soaring. Okay, you ready for the next masked killer? Curry rice. We all hear turmeric and we think, oh, awesome, anti-inflammatory superfood. And yeah, the spice itself is great, but look what actually ends up in the bowl. The sauce is thickened with flour and starch and it's poured over a mountain of white rice. All of a sudden, that healthy meal is biologically almost identical to eating rice soaked in sugar water. It's crazy. So, we've unmasked the culprits. Now let's go inside the body. Let's investigate the actual crime scene and see how all this damage is being done. That brings us to section 3, the enemy within. The root of all this evil is a condition called insulin resistance. And honestly, this metaphor of a door that won't open is perfect. Think of insulin as the key that's supposed to unlock your cells to let sugar in for energy. But a constant flood of sugar causes this nasty stuff called visceral fat to build up, and that fat basically jams the lock. So it doesn't matter how many keys your body makes, the door just will not open. And this is the tragic chain reaction. First, the door is blocked. Then, sugar starts piling up in your bloodstream with nowhere to go. Your pancreas sees this and it panics. It thinks, oh my gosh, I'm not sending enough keys. So it goes into overdrive, pumping out more and more and more insulin until its little factories, the beta cells, just completely burn out and die. Now, if you only take one single thing away from this entire explainer, please let it be this. This damage is permanent. I'm gonna say it again. It's irreversible. This isn't like a sprained ankle that heals. Once those pancreatic beta cells are gone, they are gone forever. You do not get a second chance. Okay, I know. That was a heavy dose of reality. But the good news is, knowledge is power. So let's flip the script. Let's move from the problem to the solution with Section 4, the Pancreas Survival Code. These are your new rules for protection. Rule number 1, you have to become a skeptic. You cannot blindly trust nutrition labels. Here's why. In a lot of countries, the official daily value for sugar is 100 grams, but that's double what the World Health Organization recommends. So when a label proudly says it only has 50% of your daily sugar, what it really means is it has 100% of the limit that global health experts actually advise. It's a total shell game. So here is your first tool, your new secret weapon. It's so simple. Just look at the daily value percentage for sugar on any label and multiply it by 2. That's it. That'll give you a way more realistic idea of how much of a hit your body is actually taking. All right, rule number 2. This is a complete mental shift. It's a big one. Start thinking of fruit not as a food, but as medicine. You take medicine in specific prescribed doses, right? You take it at certain times. You've got to apply the same logic here. Eat it between meals, not after. Never, ever blend it. And as you can see, portion control is absolutely everything. I mean, this quote just says it all. You would never, ever swallow an entire bottle of pills, would you? Of course not. So why on earth would we eat an entire bowl of fruit in one sitting? It's the same principle. It's a massive overdose for your system to handle. And our final rule in the survival code is this. You have to become a hidden sugar detective. Because sugar isn't just in the obvious places, it's hiding everywhere, especially in the sauces, the dressings, and the condiments we use every single day to make our food taste good. And this right here, this is just staggering. We all know cola is basically liquid candy, but look at this chart. By weight, ketchup can have twice the sugar density of cola. Just let that sink in. The stuff you're putting on your fries is more packed with sugar than the soda you're so proud of avoiding. It's unbelievable. So, once you know all this, well, you can't unknow it. It literally changes the way you see the world, the way you see the grocery store, and that brings us to our final section, your new reality. You've gone on a journey. You started as a comfortable consumer, and now you're an empowered warrior. You've basically just been given a superpower, X-ray vision. You can see through the packaging. You can see the hidden flour in the curry. You see the sugar bomb in the persimmon. You cannot be easily fooled anymore. So I'll just leave you with this one last thought. Your pancreas is a one-time use organ. It's factory issued, there are no returns, no refunds, no exchanges. Now that you know about the sweet betrayals hiding everywhere, how will you choose to use it?